The poem starts off talking about minuscule generative pods and
Right.
self-differentiation.
Right off the bat, some pretty heady concepts.
Yeah, for sure. So break it down for us. What are these pods all about?
Okay, so picture this. You start with one tiny cell,
Tiny, like how tiny?
smaller than the period at the end of a sentence.
Wow, okay, that's tiny.
Right. And from that single cell, a whole plant emerges.
No way. The entire plant.
Roots, stems, leaves, flowers, everything.
That is unbelievable. So that's what self-differentiation means.
Exactly one cell becoming all the different types of cells that make up a plant.
It's like a blueprint for life hidden inside.
A blueprint for an entire organism.
And
a whole plant emerges.
no way. The entire plant.
Roots, stems, leaves, flowers, everything.
That is unbelievable. So that's what self-differentiation means.
Exactly one cell becoming all the different types of cells that make up a plant.
It's like a blueprint for life hidden inside.
A blueprint for an entire organism.
And then the poem mentions something called spiral phyllotaxis.
Yes, that's where the Fibonacci sequence comes in.
Fibonacci sequence. Wait, what does math have to do with plants?
More than you might think. Remember that line from the poem?
Remind me.
Fibonacci from the numerical tangle plucked recurrent digits for us all.
Okay, yeah, now I remember. So what's the connection?
Look at a sunflower or a fern, those spirals you see.
Oh, yeah, those are beautiful.
That's spiral phyllotaxis, the arrangement of leaves, petals, even seeds in a spiral pattern.
And that's connected to the Fibonacci sequence.
Each number is the sum of the two before. At 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and so on.
I kind of remember that from math class.
It's everywhere in nature.
So you're telling me all plants are basically mathematical masterpieces.
Well, maybe not all perfectly, but it's surprisingly common.
And why is that? Why is this spiral arrangement so important?
It's all about efficiency.
Efficiency.
Think about it. Each leaf gets maximum sunlight without shading the others.
Ah, so it's the best way to capture energy from the sun.
Exactly. It's about making the most of available resources.
Wow, plants are way smarter than I thought.
They've been optimizing growth for millions of years.
Okay, so we've got this elegant spiral, but how do plants actually build it? The poem mentions auxins and microtubules.
Ah, getting into the cellular machinery now.
Yeah, what are those things doing?
Okay, think of auxins as tiny messengers. They tell the plant which way to grow.
Tiny messengers. How does that work?
They create tension in the cell walls, guiding the direction of expansion.
So like a conductor guiding an orchestra.
Perfect analogy. And then you've got the microtubules.
Microtubule.
They're like tiny scaffolds inside the cells, helping the plant take shape.
So they provide structure.
Exactly, and they respond to signals from the auxins aligning themselves to create the plant's form.
Wow, so it's like a dance happening at the microscopic level.
Exactly like a choreographed ballet of cells.
And this is all happening constantly as the plant grows.
From the very beginning to the very end.
The poem actually traces that entire life cycle, doesn't it?
It does, from the parental fold, the initial formation, to the dispersal of seeds.
It's mind-blowing to think that all these processes are connected.
Growth, transformation, resilience, all happening at a scale we can barely comprehend.
It's like a hidden world unfolding right before our eyes.
And to think this poem captures it all in such a beautiful way.
Yeah, using the metaphor of a dance to help us visualize something so complex.
It's a reminder that even the simplest things in nature can be extraordinary.
So next time you see a plant, don't just see a static object.
Remember